Hey guys, back again with another talk show. Again, got the main man Zach here, and this show is mainly going to be about preseason. Preseason, most teams have played a lot of games now, and it's coming really close to the start of the season. The season begins on the 11th of August, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm sure Zach is as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
Zach,
100%.
a lot of preseason a lot of preseason games have been taking place in the past few days, and a lot of play managers are trying out new systems, trying where new players can fit and things like that. So, what have you made so far of the preseason games in the ones that you've had a view at?
Yeah, the games that I've watched mainly are obviously Manchester United. I say United, the formations, the tactics, they're quite good. Like I like the way Mourinho, he's trying to use two squads and trying to fuse the teams together and the players together to gain more chemistry between the players and a better like connection between each player on the ball. Um, the players that I've been most impressed with has been Rashford and Jesse Lingard for Manchester United. I think they really like become coming to the season or come to this preseason really fit. Like you can tell in the off season they were doing a lot of rehabilitation and lots of fitness training. You can tell from the Instagram videos and the posts that they were putting up that they've been working on their fitness really well. And coming into this preseason, I think Jesse Lingard, he's looked really bright. He's looked really sharp on the ball, and so has Rashford. Like you can tell, he's got the intent to score goals straight away. As soon as he was in the first game against LA Galaxy, he scored 2 goals. And you could tell that he was making them runs off the ball and receiving the ball and taking on players and finishing the ball really well. So,
I'd
Seth,
have to
what's your
agree.
make? Yeah. So, Seth, what's your make on Arsenal's preseason so far?
Um, for our preseason games, we played against. We've had 3 games so far. In our first game, we played against Sydney, and we beat them 2-0, which Lacazette scored his first goal on. So it was a point where most Arsenal fans could get really excited about seeing Lacazette bag his first goal for the Gunners. And the second game, we played Western Sydney 2 days later. In this game was a lot more convincing. We scored 3 goals inside 40 minutes, won the game comfortably 3-1, and a few good goals in there too. Aaron Ramsey scored a great chip in that game. And our recent game we just finished about 2 hours ago, we played against Bayern Munich. Not always a great game for us, as we usually get thrashed 5-1, and it's not usually a good outing for us. But surprisingly, Bayern had a lot of chances, but our man of the match, I'd have to say, it was Petr Cech. Kept us in the game in the first half, and in the last minute of the game, a great counter attack by Alex Iwobi, great ball out wide to Ramsey, great, amazing cross, and a great finish by Iwobi, and we've won the game on penalties. So yeah, I'm not taking too much going into preseason because most teams don't give it that all in preseason. It's just a way of trying out different tactics and things like that. But yeah, looking really positive as we saw like Özil's ball to Lacazette. That was a reminiscent of old times in passes from like Bergkamp towards Thierry Henry. That connection between Özil and Lacazette just seems to be growing, and I really look forward to seeing it happening more and more throughout the season. So yeah, so what would you make of your main signing? We've not touched up on it too much, but Lukaku for 75 million. What have you made of his few bleak appearances that you've seen of him so far?
Yeah. In the first game, he looked pretty nervy. Like he came in the second half, and he wasn't really part. Like he could have been part of the goals. It could have been more than 5-2, which was the final score against the LA Galaxy game. I think Lukaku he could have added to the scoreline when Pogba gave him that pass. You could already see the connection between Pogba and Lukaku, but it's just Lukaku could have maybe used more press in terms of finishing rather than just hitting it on one side. Um, I think Lukaku, you can tell he gets a lot of defenders. He fends off a lot of defenders with his strength and his movement, and his pace that he has to get past players. He also gives United like an outlet, like when with the attack compared to Ibrahimovic last year. Ibrahimovic was like a target man, whereas Lukaku is more like an outlet, like a player you can pass the ball to, and he'll take the ball forward and from like the middle of the park and maybe score with the ball and create chances. In the second game against Real Salt Lake, which finished 2-1, I think I was really, really chuffed to see Lukaku score, and it was really well deserved for Lukaku because he put in a lot of effort, and the way he comfortably finished the ball, it was just really, really delightful to watch. And you can tell that Lukaku coming into the season, I think he's practiced a lot of his football and he's working really hard every day. So I'm really, really happy as a United fan to see Lukaku, and I hope he really destroys the Premier League this year and bags in at least 30, 40 goals overall.
Zach, I'd like to say that there's a lot of debate around Lukaku, and a lot of fans divide opinion on Lukaku's first touch. Do you think that this is an area which he's always going to struggle with due to the sheer size of the man, or do you think it's something that could haunt him in the season, as having a first touch for strikers is one of the main attributes that you need, and he seems to lack that, and a lot of players will pick up on that as the season goes by, to get tied to him and quickly nip in and get the ball off him. Do you think he needs to work on this, or what's your views on Lukaku's first touch?
I think Lukaku naturally he has a heavy touch because obviously he has heavy legs. He's a heavy bodied human being. So I think naturally the football doesn't come like naturally to his feet like a lot of other players. You might see players like Özil for Arsenal. You got players like James Rodriguez, Cristiano Ronaldo. These players, they've got a really good first touch. I say with Lukaku, he's got naturally he's not got the best of first touches, but you can tell that when it comes to the Premier League, the physicality, the pressure of the Premier League, he can really hack it like with his physical strength. Like when it comes to crosses and things like that, he's going to attack the ball, and you've seen it so prevalent throughout the past few seasons. You've seen Lukaku really be really, really efficient in front of goal. I'd say, and also like when it comes to running with the ball, let's say he gets the ball and he doesn't have a lot of pressure around him. If he collects the ball, he's really, really dangerous against defenders with his strength and his pace. So yeah, you might see it in the game against City. You might see Lukaku like play really well if he has space on the ball and he doesn't have a lot of pressure on him for his first touch.
So Zach, moving away from pre-season, I'd like to ask you a few questions on. Season's predictions. I'd like to give me your final predictions for. First of all, I'd like to start off with top 4 finish. Who do you think is going to win the league, and the top 4 finish in your opinion?
First of all, top 4 finish. I'd say with starting from now. I think 4th position Arsenal, 3rd position Tottenham Hotspur, 2nd position Manchester City, 1st position Manchester United. I know it might sound a bit biased. I don't see why is Chelsea. I don't see why Chelsea should fit in or Liverpool but they just. I don't think they've got that. They've got that happy environment or that motivational environment. Like you can tell that there's been a lot of breakups in the dressing room for these clubs. So I think it might not work out for them 2 clubs. So the team that is going to win is Manchester United. I'm going Manchester United after making the addition of Romelu Lukaku.
For my predictions, I'd have to say, not being biased, I'm usually pretty honest with my opinions, and I really think Arsenal, if not win it, will put a really close title challenge this year. And I'm going for, it's probably going to be close between Man City and Arsenal. If I had to be honest, I'd say Man City 1st, Arsenal 2nd, Spurs 3rd, and United 4th, and Liverpool 5th. So that's it for the predictions. It's only been a quick show today, just a quick touch upon pre-season talk and a bit of who's going to win the league. And upcoming will be a few more different style shows and different type of variations to the channel, which will be quite interesting. But for now, guys, that's all. Thank you.